Subject code is U21CE701 Construction Project Management Introduction. What is project management? Project management is the art of directing and coordinating human and material resources throughout the life of a project by using modern management techniques to achieve predetermined objective of scope, cost, time, quality, and participation satisfaction. So, project management is the art of combining all the resources as like human, material, in order to analyze so many techniques to get success the objective in terms of cost, time, quality, and satisfactory handing over the entire project. What is construction project management? It is a professional services that uses specialized project technique to oversee the planning, design, and construction of a project from its beginning to its end. The main purpose of construction project management is to control over the project time, delivery, cost, and quality, sometimes referred to as a project management triangle or triple constraints. Construction project management involves directing and organizing each part of the project life cycle from the ideas to the till completion. It is a holistic practice with the goal of delivering projects on time and under budget. Construction project management is a complex discipline that requires addressing many important concerns, including cost control, scheduling, procurement, and risk assessment. Who are all the participant stakeholders involved in the construction project? Mainly the client owner, that is owner, architect, constructor, engineer, consultant, subcontractor, vendors, suppliers, insurer, lawyer, etc. One-time activity involved in the must be performed correctly for the first time every time. So these are all some of the unique features in the construction project. Complexity is another character. It is multidisciplinary because it involves a set of interrelated tasks to be done by the specialist. High cost and time for the execution. High risk of failures. Difficulty in defining quality standards, uniqueness of people relationship, lack of experience of the clients or the owner, untrained workforces. Stages involved in the construction projects is planning and development, design, pre-construction, procurement, construction. First stage is the planning and development stages. Here you have to determine whether to pursue the project or not, and it is the first most important factor for the construction process. Halting projects they begin is costly, and further they progress the greater the potential losses become. Feasibility studies, capital budgeting, pro-con listers, and extensive input from stakeholders are some of the staples of this stage. Second stage is the design stages. It involves developing everything from the basic concept of the project till the detailed blueprint that shows the final design. You must be very sure that your design should involve all the initial sketches till the finishing drawing and specifications. But each iteration should meet the project requirement till keeping the time limit in mind and costs under the control. Once the design is finalized and approved, it's time to move on to the pre-construction phases. Third stage is the pre-construction stage. It involves creating a roadmap that will guide you through the construction process. It's about building a game plan for the project that shows everyone what they need to do, when they need to do it, how they should accomplish it, and what it should cost us. If all the parties stick to the plan and execute their own roles and the perfections, they will deliver the project on the time with the very standard and within the budget. So these are all the things must be taken care in the pre-construction stages. Fourth stage is the procurement stages. Procurement encompasses sourcing, purchasing, transporting the materials and services you need to complete for the entire project. So here you have to do the purchasing, transport, and you have to provide the services. Procurement and supply chain manager should provide input in the planning stages to keep unexpected cost overruns to a minimum during these particular stages. Construction stage. You have made your own plan. You have made your plan, and sometimes you will make to plan. Everyone knows what their jobs are and what you have the resources you need to get started. New construction can commence. All your preparation and planning pays off in this stage, helping the construction process move along smoothly and finish successfully. Next is project life cycle. So after completing the first 5 stages, here you have to go with the Initiation, planning, implementation and execution, performance and monitoring, closure is all about the project life cycle. So initiation, we have to create and evaluate the project in order to determine whether it is will be a feasible, whether it should be undertaken at the beginning of the project. Here's a project objective or need to be identified. You have to identify your own project's purpose. So that is the initiation. A feasibility study is conducted to examine whether each option clearly identifies the project objective, and you have to do the final recommendation solution is determined or not. At this stage, the major deliverables and the participating work groups are identified. This is the particular time when the project time begins to take your own shape, and you have to get with the approval with the required project management to move on to the detailed planning phases. So once your project is okay with all the major problems have been arranged and with your team members, and you have to go with the approval for the next planning stages. Planning phase involves further development of the project in detail to meet the project's objective. The team identifies all of the work to be done. The project tasks and resources requirements has to be identified along with the strategy for producing them. A project plan outline all the activities. It should outline all each and every activities, all the tasks, who will be the dependencies and who are not the dependency, and the time frames has to be created in the planning phases itself. Here, the one person who is heading is the project management. He is the one coordinating the preparation of all the project budget by providing cost estimates for the labor, equipment and materials costs. It is mainly carried out by the project scheduling software like MS Project or Primavera. Implementation and execution. This is the implementation phase where the project plan is put into the motion and the work of the project is performed practically on the site. Progress should be continuously monitored and appropriate adjustments are to be made and recorded as variations from the original plan. Throughout the project implementations, people should carry out all the tasks and progress information is being reported through regular project team meetings. So what are all the progresses has been taken over has to be done through the progress team meetings. The project management uses this information to preserve control over the direction of the project by comparing the progress reports with the project plan to measure the performance of the project activities. The next stage is about performance and monitoring. After planning and execution, this stage is related to all the measurements of the progress and performance to make sure that items are tracking with the project management scheduling. This phase regularly happens at the time as the execution phases. Closure. During the final closure, the importance is on providing the final deliverables to the customer, that is handing over the project documentations to the business, terminations of the supplier contracts, releasing project resources. You have to communicate the cluster of the projects to all the stakeholders present over the meeting. Last and final is to conduct lessons learned studies to examine what went well and what didn't. So what we worked out in the project during the stage and what did not executed during the time. This type of analysis will make the knowledge of experience what has to be done in the future projects, and it has to be transferred back to the project organization, which will help future project teams. So here the next is all about the types of construction materials. So there will involve 4 types of construction: residential housing, institutional and commercial building construction, specialized industrial construction, infrastructure and heavy construction. First type is all know, we are the homemaker and we know residential housing construction is the first type of construction. It includes houses and high-rise apartments. The design of residential housing projects is usually done by engineers and architects, and the construction itself executed by construction companies who hire subcontractors to do the mechanical, structural and electrical work of project. But for single family houses, builders usually do all of the phases, both the design and construction phases. Institutional and commercial building construction is the second type. It encompasses like schools, colleges, sports, shopping center, hospitals, stadiums, retail stores. Like the residential housing construction, institutional and commercial building involves putting up of new structures and repair and maintenance of existing structures. The next type of building is all about the high rise buildings will be seen in the next classes. Thank you for one and all pleasant listening. Thank you very much.